Hi Jamie,
Hi,
really good to
Luke.
see you again.
Good to see you again.
So last time we met, you were telling me a little bit about some friends and colleagues who you've been supporting with depression.
Yeah, there's one lad at work, he's been in a really dark place recently. And I don't know about you, but I find men find it really hard to talk about their mental health. So what I tend to do with this guy is we go for a walk. It's much easier for him to talk if we're doing something else at the time.
Definitely, and I think as well, just hanging on in there, sort of being present, sort of sticking with that person is really important, isn't it? Because I guess for people when they become depressed, it's so easily to become isolated and to withdraw.
Absolutely, and I think if you're supporting a friend or family member who's depressed, you need to accept that you're in for the long journey. They're not going to get better overnight. And sometimes they won't respond to your texts or to your emails. And sometimes I found it's best just to pick up the phone and ring and ask how they are.
Yeah.
The scary bit is knowing what to say when they actually tell you how they're feeling.
I guess that's true, yeah. And also within that, I suppose it can be easy to sort of take the lead a bit too much. Listening's really important, isn't it? You might need long pauses in the conversation as part of that, but actually stopping and making sure you're acknowledging the person and validating them and really listening to what they're saying.
Yeah.
I remember you were telling me actually last time when we met, you were doing exactly that with somebody and they disclosed suicidal thoughts to you.
Yeah, he was in a really bad place. He's better now, which is great. But he told me exactly as you said, that he was having suicidal thoughts. Because it was at work, I just had to know how serious it was because I was dealing with it. So I then pushed it a little bit further and asked him if he'd thought about taking his life. And if he had he thought about how he was going to do it. It was a huge step for me, but in the context, I just had to have that conversation with him.
It's really important, isn't it, to realise that it's a common myth that with someone who's depressed, if you think about raising the subject of self-harm or of suicide, that you might put those thoughts into that person's mind.
Yeah.
That they've already thought of it before you've thought of it, and it's important to be open about it. But I guess also important that you should ensure that if necessary we get the help that they need, including professional help.
Yeah, absolutely, particularly when it's a friend or family member, because we are friends, we're not therapists. And there are lots of agencies out there who can help people, and we just need to be there and just encourage people to talk if they want to.
Jamie, thank you. I mean, that's really helpful to know. I suppose the final point we were talking about when we discussed this earlier was just how important it is to look after yourself as well in all of this. You said yourself it's a long journey supporting someone with depression.
Yeah, it's huge. It's important to remember that we need our friends as well. That it's okay for me to turn around and maybe talk to you and do the look, listen, this is really difficult and I'm struggling. Can you just help me in this as well? If I'm not looking after myself, then I can't help look after other people.
Great, thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Luke.